Wow, live on stage in Music City. You guys ready for my impersonation? You guys ready? All right, first of all, I know everybody had a big lunch and we're all tired, and I drew the short straw of getting the speaking gig after lunch. So everybody up. Come on, get excited about it. Everybody up. You guys fired up to be here? You guys ready to win big in 2017? Whose year is it going to be? Your year. All right, claim it, claim it. So have a seat. So today I get to talk about, I've got hopefully a timer somewhere. Oh, I don't. Kevin, I told you I'm just going to keep going and going. So we talked a lot about professionalism and really using those tools and whatnot. You've heard a lot about that today. So what if I told you that the company had invested a lot in your business to make it easier? Would you like your business to be easier?
Yes.
Come on now, get excited. Would you like your business to be easier? All right. Well, we've got a lot of tools, and I've only got a short time, so what today is not going to be is me going through the ins and outs of here's how you enter this data and this, that, and the other. So I'm going to cover the highlights. But again, your company is your company, correct?
Yes.
So you've got to own it. You've got to take advantage of the tools that are around. Okay? So let's see if we can get this working. So this is the first thing. I was just talking about this over the luncheon, about that $100. So many of us struggle with that. Oh my gosh, I got to get that $100 from them to get plugged in. You're looking at it all wrong. Okay? When I sit down with a new business partner, a potential business partner, they're excited. If you've done your job, they're excited about it. So I asked them, okay, remember those, those 3 friends of yours we talked about? Do you want to handle payroll? What do you think they say? Of course not. Well, if they've got an issue and they want to create some new marketing materials, do you want to spend all that time creating all that marketing and making sure it's within compliance and all that stuff? What do you think they say?
No.
Okay. Do you want to deal with all that other stuff, the management piece and keeping track of your numbers and all that stuff? What do you think they say? No. So guess what? My next question is, well, fantastic. What would it be worth to have somebody handle all that for you? And what do you think they say to that? Priceless. Oh my gosh, everything. Lucky for you, it's only $100. And it's not every month. We're not like a real estate officer or anything like that. It's a one-time fee. You gotta be kidding me. Yeah. But unfortunately, a lot of you stop there and you don't take advantage of really what else the company's done for you. What else do I get for my $100? It's like that scene out of Full Metal Jacket. What can I get for $100? Something like that. And we're stopping it right there. So you look at that $100, well, what else does it get for you? What other kind of tools do you have that, unfortunately, I know most of you aren't using? You're still trying to build a big business with a plain old hammer and a nail. And you're not using the technology that's around you, that the company has invested literally millions of dollars for you. All right, so I'm going to talk a few things about that today. So that $100 also gets me mobile business apps. Who here, raise your hand if you're using Pulse. Okay, so the rest of you have no clue what's going on with your numbers. Now, don't get me wrong, I know some of you are tracking on Excel spreadsheets, and I know there's 1 or 2 guys in the back that are still using fax machines. That's okay. I love retro stuff. Get me on 70s night, I'm there. But my point is that Pulse app, pull out your smartphone right now. Go to your app store, because guess what? It's on iPhone and it's also on those fake phones, Google. Oh, come on now, it was a joke. It was a joke. So you look at that, and now I'm able to pull up reports on my rolling 3, rolling 6, rolling 12. It also gives me alerts, things like that. Reach, that's the same thing too. Our marketing in a box, right there. Every piece of marketing material you want. I'm going to go into detail on that in a little bit. Well, what else does that $100 get me? Well, it gets me the F&A. And Mike Wilson was talking a little earlier about being that financial professional. That is where we're growing into. That is where our company is maturing into. I love the comparison of Blockbuster and Redbox. Because whenever I talk to somebody, I tell them we're the Redbox of the financial services industry. And the Blue Box people, they don't understand what we're doing. But when we don't show up and we're going up against other financial professionals, and all we have is an illustration, guess what? We're kind of showing our gap there, aren't we? So that F&A, I'm going to talk about that in a little bit. We also have Campaign Manager. That is a phenomenal tool that was rolled out a little over a year ago, and so few are using it. Who here, raise your hand, is using Campaign Manager today? Okay, so we've got a few, but key word there is a few. And this is another tool that's available to you to be a financial professional. And then lastly, we've got our website. Do you think most financial professionals out there have websites? A lot of them do. It's a billboard on the internet. Okay? So we're going to talk a little about that too. And Corey, you in the house? Where's Corey Bill? Beautiful website, man. I would have joined your team. I don't know where you're at, but. So let's talk about that. Again, WFG has invested a lot in this business, so make sure you're using it. Because if not, again, you're trying to build a house and you've got all these fancy electric tools all sitting next to you, and you're still out there with your hammer, not taking advantage of it. So let's look at this. So WFG Pulse, that's business management at your fingertips. This is what it looks like. You download it, you can pull up basically any report in your business. All right, when Mike and I talk, we get ready for our calls with our team on Sundays, kind of where are we at, what do we do this week, what do we plan to do? Literally, I can be sitting anywhere, at a baseball game, wherever, and I can pull my reports from my phone. It keeps me on track for promotions, not only for myself, but for my team. I can enter anybody in there. It gives me alerts. So when somebody on my base, my super team gets their first paycheck, that's kind of a big deal, isn't it? And if nobody notices, it's kind of like, oh, boom, I've got an alert on my phone that tells me, hey, such and such just got their first check. Give them a call, send them a quick text, hey, congratulations. Same thing with the rings, promotions, everything is right there at your fingertips. You know exactly what's going on everywhere in your business. And the thing I love about that is it's free. Who likes free? Show of hands. You guys like free? Say yes. Yes. All right. The mobile marketing department. Who here constantly walks around with either their presentation book, or maybe you've got your presentation on your iPad, and you constantly have your iPad with you? Okay, a few of us, right? Who here has their smartphone with them at all times? Everybody. So you get a chance, you talk to somebody, you get an opportunity to talk to somebody, maybe some old guy like me that's frustrated with their job. Yeah, tell me about it. Well, let me show you right now. So the mobile marketing department, Reach, is another free app. You can download it right now that has every single piece of marketing that we have on it. And they're adding new stuff all the time. The presentation, right there. You pull it up and you can actually show it, just slide it across your phone. Okay? It doesn't get any easier than that. Same thing with marketing pieces for clients. A lot of good stuff on there. Who here by show of hands is using Reach? All right, look around the room. Not many of us compared to who's here. There is no reason that every single one of us shouldn't have that. Again, these are fantastic tools to help you to be ready at all times, right? So you look at Reach, you look at Pulse, those are fantastic. Those are two of the basic tools that you have. But they're pretty phenomenal. And best of all, they're free, which I love free. I'm squeaky. So this is the one I think is extremely overlooked. All right, this is the F&A report. And the question is, am I a business professional? Well, yeah, of course I am. The question is, are you? Who here uses the F&A report today? And I'm talking the full-blown report. Okay, now you may not use it on everybody, right? If I'm 19 and I'm looking to save, $25, $50 a month or something like that, okay, yeah, maybe I can see it. But again, part of our pitch or part of our presentation is that you're going to get a free financial plan, right? A free financial roadmap. So let's deliver on what we're saying. Not only that, when you go into somebody's warm market, you're starting them on the fast start, and you're telling them, yeah, as a part of them helping you out with your training, we're actually going to give them a free plan. You don't really show them a plan, you just show them an illustration. Did you really deliver? They're looking at that. So the thing I love about, I don't care what F&A you're looking at. I know there's several out there. We've got the 6-page, the 4-page, the 1-page, the back of the napkin. As long as you do core financial data, one of the things I always tell my clients, like, don't go get your statements and everything. I just need ballparks. People are comfortable giving you ballpark information. Don't go get your checkbook. I don't need to see the utility bills or anything. Just give me a ballpark. You know what you're spending every month. So you gather the data. We look at cash flow. One of the tools that I was talking about during lunch today, with regards to cash flow, if you've got a client that needs help with budgeting, who here's ever met somebody that doesn't budget? Once or twice, right? It's because we serve middle America. I call it that middle class budget. It's kind of like, do you have budget? And everybody always answers yes. And then my next question is, what software are you using? And they look at me like, well, okay, maybe, I kind of have a budget. It's a middle class budget. Yeah, I got $100 left over. And then I'm gonna pull it right back out next month. So that cash flow, there's a place called Vertex 42. Use it, vertex42.com. It's a free site, great templates. All right, we look at building wealth, we look at property protection, emergency fund, debt management. So you go through that, and you go up into the MyWFG and pull up the F&A analysis tool. How do you get there? You go to home, recruiting and selling, sales, sales tools and info, and then the F&A. And you start plugging the data in. Well, what happens, once you do that, all of a sudden, you become a financial professional because look what comes out. And you can tailor make it to what every your client is looking for. Whether it's, hey, I don't have any really concern with debt because I don't have debt, fine, leave that page off and you print it. But look at that. So when I show up and I invest in my business, who here by show of hands puts money into their business? All right, so I'm going to show you something that actually will change your business. Go to Walmart, and you remember those report covers you used to buy when you were in the 7th grade? They're like $6 for $1. Do it. So I show up, and I've got my nice printed in color report with my nice little 20-cent cover page. I look like a financial professional. And people look at this and like, wow, look at this, I love this. And I've had so many clients tell me, first of all, we're explaining in layman's terms, right? They love that. And I'm showing exactly where the red flags are, okay? And that's huge. It looks at the income. Where should you be on your emergency fund versus where are you? Where do you need to be in retirement? Are you overinsured or underinsured? And it gives them the understanding of where you're coming up with these numbers when you start telling them they need to do some things, they need to take some action. Okay, well I get that, but why do you say that? You haven't explained that to me. This does it for you. And as I always tell people, I love my picture pages, all right? People love this stuff. And it takes maybe, it took a little time the first time I put it in, but now I can get one done in about 10 minutes, okay? You just follow, it's like a script. Take the F&A information, type it in, double check your numbers, and then hit print. That's it, okay? So if you're not using that, again, you need to take advantage of it. And again, best of all, it's my favorite price, which is free. Exactly, so use it. This is the one tool that when I started using it really changed how my business was, because I started looking at everything rather than, okay, I can get them in a $200 a month IUL. I went from being an IUL salesperson to a financial professional. And all of a sudden now, because you start going through, where are their assets, you start becoming, okay, well, hey, let's not only look at this, but what else can we do for the kids? What else can we do on the annuity side and those rollovers? Because people are concerned about market risk. So it really gives you a holistic picture on what's going on. It will increase your business. People will feel more comfortable with you as a financial professional, okay? So step 4, check those numbers and print the results. And again, in color, that's key. Don't go cheap. So it's not that difficult. So again, going to that F&A report, step 5, set up the next steps. And this is basically the final page. These are the red flags or yellow flags or green stars that I always tell my clients about, okay? Because you want to make sure that, hey, my whole job is to tell you what you're doing great. You got a couple concerns here, and wow, you're really not thinking about taxes, okay? So each line, it tells you exactly what needs to happen, and then I always write in some action items. Get a red marker, a red little pen, right? And then put some action items in there. This is what we need to do. And one of the key pieces that I see overlooked on the F&A piece, when you're actually pulling the data, ask them this question. What can you comfortably afford to put away towards your retirement goals every month? I'm looking for a dollar range. And they will tell you, well, you know, I can probably put away $500 or $600. Wow, I was thinking this guy was going to be another $200 IUL. Okay. Now what I don't do is go write up an IUL for $600. Okay. Again, we're looking at holistically across the board. So this is the other piece, and then we match them up with solutions. Again, Mike Wilson mentioned we're non-captive. That's fantastic. You need to be taking advantage of that. So the campaign manager, a marketing department on demand. Who here would like an automatic follow-up, great marketing slick going out to their people if they missed a BPM? Your guest, your prospect. Wow, exactly. How about a birthday card? We just had Christmas, Hanukkah. Wouldn't it have been nice to have your face plastered on a piece of marketing material that was compliant, going out to your clients saying, hey, here you go. Exactly. This has multiple messages on it. High-res color photos. Multiple viewing for PC or mobile devices, so you can actually see it on your mobile units, or when they're looking at it, they can see it on their iPad, they can see it on their phone. Integrating your existing contacts. I've got a lot of contacts on Google. If you're using Sales Pro or something like that, you can actually import your contacts. You don't have to recreate all that work. Set a calendar for automatic trickle feeds. How about that? You know, if you want something going out to, you know, a potential prospect every 3, 4, 5 months, it'll automatically send that out for you. And you can mix up the messages. Up to 500 contacts at once. Now, if you're using different things, there may be some limitations there, but again, 500 mailers going out at once. All at the keystroke. Track your results. How would you like to know if you sent out an email notification or an email flyer to a bunch of people, and all of a sudden you start getting notification that, hey, wow, Susan just opened it. What am I doing? Hey, Susan, how you doing? I just wanted to call and check, see what's going on. Don't get it too fast, it gets kind of creepy. Convert that message to snail mail. You start growing your business, you want to start expanding that into actual snail mail, or they're getting a postcard or something like that, we have discounted rates. They'll actually do the work for you. Okay? You get to pick the flyer, you get to pick the message. You already have the address and everything, and it's a constant reminder. Yeah, where you at? Right here? Fantastic. I'm on her notification I get, what is it, every month or every week? Yeah. Every week I get a professional, and it's her smiling face just staying in front of the client. She's not picking up the phone and calling me. She's not coming to my office and saying, hey, remember me, because you never know when a client's going to have a need. And this is an automated way for her to stay in constant contact with me. Okay? So the whole big thing here is it's all compliant. And we're all licensed professionals here for the most part, right? If you're a natural agent, yeah? Well, you want to remain compliant or you can lose that license. Okay? There's no need with this, it automatically takes care of it for you. Everything's approved. They're doing all the work for you. You're just entering in some information and hitting send. So again, Campaign Manager, take advantage of it. It's also got a large message library. I want to stress that. Look at on the left-hand side there, all those different messages. You can see by the scroll bar that there's a lot more that I'm not even able to show you today. Okay? So a lot of content there. A lot of content. So, but that isn't the best part. Save the best for last. Professionals Financial Services website. Right here, I got Corey Beal. You're going to hear from him later today. Let's give it up for Corey. Now, Corey, you're going to hear from him because he's one of the top recruiters. Okay? He'll talk to people, and what happens when you talk to somebody? They go and look for you, don't they? They go out to the Google and find out all about you. Well, Corey's got a professional website he can send it to. Yeah, here's who I am, here's all I'm about. And guess what? He's got somebody else selling the message for him, doesn't he? You guys may recognize that the guy in the middle there, who looks like he's mean-mugging it right there, but you know, he's a really friendly guy, and I'm thinking he knows a thing or two about presenting a business. And you get to pick your message. Do you want it more geared towards building a business? Do you want it more geared towards client service? You get to design that, but it's all within the framework. Okay? Now, this is the only one that actually has somewhat of a cost to it. So it's a $50 setup, and it's $15 a month. But think about that. I don't know if any of you ever owned a business and actually had a professional website built. It's about $3 grand. $3 grand for that. $15 a month. Are you kidding me? It's like the $100 deal, right? They're going to do all that for me for $100. Wow. So take advantage of it. All right. Anybody using Campaign Manager or the website today? I got maybe 10. Okay? Take advantage of it. I got 4 minutes, Kevin. Don't be cruising up here. I'm taking it all, too. So here's the silver bullet. If you walk away with one tool, this will make everything else go like clockwork. Okay? This is the one key that you cannot forget. Because without it, all those other things, I don't say they're worthless, but it's a lot of busy work. Okay? This is the core of our business. This is how you build a big business. And I don't care if you're out there building a client base or building a business base or both. Getting out there and talking to people. What you don't want to do is get bogged down in, oh, I'm building all this, that, and the other, and forget the essential, the core of our business, which is out there talking to people. You're using the tools to stay in touch with the people. You're using the tools to stay in touch with your team, see how they're doing, how can you help them, congratulating them, constantly edifying them and building them up, right? You want to stay in touch with those people that you meet, but if you never meet them, guess what? I've got that one email I'm sending them. Show them. That's it. Right? It's not really building. So again, without that, that's the core of our business, but you need to take advantage of those other tools because what can happen? Your business can actually explode because of that. Who would like that for 2017? Come on, guys. Give it. So, one final thought. Remember, in order to achieve real success, you have to use these tools and use them all. Okay? If I'm going to go out and build a house, dig a ditch, I don't care what it is. I need my team. I need the right tools in place. I want to be a business professional. But you never want to forget the golden rule, right? Use a tool to succeed in your business, but don't be one. All right? So again, have a little fun with it. This is who I am. We've got a great team here. Indy, Huntsville, Nashville, give it up. Where you guys at? Yeah. So let us know if you need any help in those areas. Thank you for your time. And again, use the tools. Thank you.